Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays the Binding of Isaac. We're gonna random today. Oh, that's actually a very good thing. I have not had a Cain run in a while, and I certainly don't think I've had a very good... Oh my god, it's the greatest day of all times. Polyphemus, well, and if we're only gonna have one functional eye, isn't it better for us if the eye is fucking ginormous? This is a fantastic first item. You don't need me to tell you that. You all know what Polyphemus is. Let's just sit back, and it's like the plane has just touched down in Cuba or somewhere. I guess that's not really functional for our American view. It's like the plane has just touched down in Cancun, and we're going to enjoy a beautiful vacation. I'm trying to now Europeanize this. It's like the plane has just touched down in Mallorca or Malta or something like that, and you're about to enjoy a beautiful vacation. I'm sorry I can't make it any more world-friendly than that. I don't know. If you're watching from Asia, it's like the plane just touched down for vacation in Saipan, I guess. I don't know. Asia's a very big continent. I don't want to necessarily say everyone takes their tropical vacations to the same place. In any case, being Cain and getting Jesus Juice and Polyphemus on the first floor is a little scary from an HP standpoint, but from all other standpoints, basically the best goddamn thing that has ever happened to us. Our damage is already enormous, and, you know, I don't really know what to say for this run, except that praise be to the RN Jesus here for helping us out a great deal. Now, hopefully we don't die, and hopefully we find some way to not only continue to improve our damage, but also, you know, improve our health, because that's going to be the real problem for us over the course of this run. We could already make a pretty reasonable case for, like, beating the game with the amount of damage that we have, and we might actually get a better chance of getting Steven here as opposed to Little Steven. We didn't, but that's fine. We'll check out our deal with the devil just in case it's Krampus, and it fucking was! Oh my god. I was actually debating, like, not going to the deal with the devil because, you know, I don't have the health necessary to really take any of the items. Not that I need them, but the ideal case scenario was definitely if we had Krampus in here so we can get a free lump of coal, and we do. Somebody up there likes us. Now, it's only the second floor. We could still have some very negative things actually befall us on this run, but Jesus Christ. If the game is not on our side right now, I don't know what to say. It couldn't really get much better than this. Couldn't get much better. Not really. Mom's knife. Anyway, that's not going to get content ID matched because my pitch is actually too perfect for content ID matching. That's what I found. It's the only logical explanation anyway. Is that it's like, oh, this is actually, it's better than the original, so we can't in good conscience content ID match this. Okay, it can get better. You might be saying, bottle of pills, no big deal. Except that we're Cain. And that just gave us a health upgrade. So we're basically the luckiest people in the whole world right now. We have the best item, well, maybe not the best item, but we have a great item for Cain, with a fantastic pill rotation, it seems. Polyphemus, Little Steven, Jesus Juice, Emperor card. I'm not going to the curse room, and the reason I'm not going to the curse room is because now I'm going to go to the curse room. But the reason I wasn't going to go to the curse room is because our health was really bad, and I didn't want to risk anything. And we found a troll bomb, but that's okay. That's the first negative. Nothing could possibly go wrong. I don't know, it's the first time anything's ever gone wrong here. So we're going to go down to 1.5 hearts, and that scares the shit out of me a little bit because we've got such a beautiful run, but, you know, we can't live our whole life in Guy Barato songs. Instead, we're going to come up here, and I could teleport out. I have found the secret room. I have no pills, so let me just think about this for a second. Or, sorry, I have no extra bombs, so let me think about this for a second. We have puberty and a speed upgrade. That's acceptable. I will lose 1, 2, 3. I'll lose 1.5 spirit hearts going to the secret room, but I think it's worth it. And it was worth it, because this will now allow us to go to the shop as well, which is right next to us, and we'll have enough money to buy an item there. And we find the battery, which is going to make, obviously, our coin purse substantially better than it already is. Okay, if we didn't milk that floor, then I want to know what we did to it, because I need to send it a thank you note later. Apparently, that's the way that I feel about intercourse. It's like getting a present from your aunt or your grandma or something like that. You send them a thank you note afterwards. Well, it's always nice to be gracious and courteous. So we're on a Curse of the Labyrinth floor. I really can't stress enough how remarkable this run has been. To get, like, on the last floor alone, we got Lump of Coal, Steven, yes, this is correct, Bottle of Pills, and the battery. And that's only the second floor. That's one floor of the game. On the floor before that, we got Polyphemus and Jesus Juice. So we're rolling pretty nicely here. It's maybe one of the luckiest runs I've ever had. And, you know, the Bottle of Pills, especially since we're Cain, and we know that there's health up pills in the rotation, is just insanely good. I really, at this point, I hate to count my chickens before they hatch because we're only on the caves, but I have a hard time imagining us failing this run. So I am leaving a speed upgrade back there. It's entirely because I don't need any more speed, and we may just get some randomly. Like, isn't this another speed upgrade? No, this could be something completely different. It's a tears upgrade. That's an exceptionally nice pill to have in the rotation. And you know what? X-ray vision is a great item to have as well. That's free secret rooms for the rest of the game, including second secret rooms if we do our due diligence when it comes to backtracking and, you know, exploring all the rooms. This is actually maybe going to go down as the luckiest run I've ever had in the Binding of Isaac. Shoot the Whoop is the first item that is not very good. And it's not even bad, it's just not great. The only reason it's bad is because we really can't justify getting rid of Bottle of Pills. So we'll go look for our secret room. I don't think it's worth using our only bomb, which is kind of the only sore spot of this run so far. I don't think it's worth using our only bomb to get 4 cents. You know, here's how lucky we are. We even found both item rooms, like, right off the bat, basically right next to one another. Feels good, right? Now, there is a little bit of money dropping. I would love to get more keys, so I actually could go to the shop on this floor. May or may not happen. I think money is going to be less of an issue than keys, I should say. And we're just going to do some exploration here because I would love to be able to go to the secret rooms as well. Second secret room in particular, because an Eternal Heart could make all the difference. Another pill, Balls of Steel. So, just to go over our rotation right now, we do have Puberty, we have Speed Upgrade. Those are like the dubious ones, sort of. But then, we have Tears Upgrade, and HP Upgrade, and Balls of Steel. These are all like, well, cumulatively, HP and Tears upgrades are game winners all by themselves, so we have both of them. And Balls of Steel is potentially one of those pills where, you know, if you get it at the right moment, that could win the game for you, or at least give you a much better chance of winning the game. So, I think we're going to have it, at least right now, it looks like we're going to have one of the strongest Cane runs that I could possibly imagine. And we're only on the Caves XL, we can still get more deals with the devil, curse rooms, get deal with the devil items like Mom's Knife. More item rooms are available, more shops. We could end up getting a Nun's Habit in addition to what we've already got, or a 9-volt in addition to what we've already got. The compass, obviously, is on my to-do list if possible. A lot of really, really encouraging stuff happening right off the bat here. And even if we get nothing, we still have a very realistic chance of making this run happen, I think. It's gonna be a little trickier. I would rather have more than nothing, but you don't always get to choose that. Now, I will take speed upgrades eventually. I'm operating under the principle that there's not going to be a shortage of them, you know? There's going to be more than enough for us to do whatever we want to do with them, essentially. So if we ever get speed downgrades like Lard, then it'll be good to either be a couple levels of speed above where you actually ideally want to be, or the other option is just to get more speed upgrade pills later, and that seems like something that realistically could happen. So we found our original secret room. It's also good, we got a key out of it, so we could be able to transition this into a shop. That is not a shop. This is probably also not a shop. This is not a shop, but it is where the second secret room is, and the shop is adjacent to it, so why don't we go through with that? Okay, we only have 10 cents. But that's probably okay. There's another Balls of Steel. I almost used the Emperor card by accident there. What do we have in here? Just red hearts. So if we find an arcade, I should say, that would be awesome. Let's check out our shop. It's greed, so I'm actually glad that I used a key here, because it takes the onus off of me to have 15 cents, and instead will either give me 15 cents or the Steam sale to do something with on the next floor. I took some really bad damage there, and we got a key back for it anyway, so we got up to exactly 15 cents, and we did pick up a key, which will, of course, be useful for me in the future, probably in going to the shop on the next floor, because a compass would be incredible right now, and I'm not willing to bet against my luck. I think there's a very realistic chance that we do find a compass on the next floor. Or if not a compass, another useful shop item, because everything's been coming at Millhouse so far. Even though I did take 1 hit of damage against greed. It's telling that strikes me as like a super negative. Like, that's the worst thing that's happened to us in this run so far, is that I took 1 hit on greed. On a floor that I probably shouldn't have been able to go to the shop to begin with. So there's another health upgrade. If we continue to get like 1 of these every floor, that's just, it's probably enough to basically put a fork in it. It's done. Where does that expression come from? Put a fork in it, it's done. Because I get that there are foods that you stab with a fork to see maybe how cooked they are. You know, maybe you put a fork in a steak and then you feel its sponginess, and then you're like, okay, that's cooked to the degree that I want. Let's see what this is. Teleported me across the map. Fantastic. Gives you more time to finish that train of thought. Or like a potato, for example, if you're making mashed potatoes, but you're boiling them first, or you're making a baked potato or something, you might want to stab it with a fork and be like, put a fork in it, it's done. But if you're checking to see if it's done, that seems a little fucking arrogant, doesn't it? Put a fork in it, it's done. Well, you just hold on there, Grandpa, that's what I'm checking. I mean, how about put a fork in it, check and see if it's done, and maybe then it got shortened to the, you know, the parlance of our times as time went on. I don't know. Just doesn't make sense to me. Or, you know, theoretically, you could say, you know, serve a food with a fork in it, like you have a big, like, carving fork, you put that in a turkey or something. But that seems oddly niche, doesn't it? Like, how often do you cook a turkey? Maybe a few times a year, for the average North American family, at least. I just don't know. I mean, I don't know many foods that are served with the fork pre-attached. Usually the fork comes separately and I have to put them together myself, which is a tall order, but one that I'm capable of after years and years of practice. So we should take a pill right now, just so we can still get value out of the battery. And it is a tiers upgrade, so I'm stoked about that. I want to use it, but we can wait. I just don't want to dodge the other direction right now. Yeah, I had a feeling that would happen. I don't want to dodge in the other direction right now because I'm concerned that I will actually get myself hurt by picking up this Emperor card. But I got hurt twice by not dodging that direction. So in hindsight, bad idea. But there's our tiers upgrade, which is awesome. And we get the crate, which we don't have any control over, but it does give us another pill. I believe that's a speed upgrade. 2 of spades we will use right away, just to give us 4 keys so we can continue to carry this Emperor card with us. And let's see what we've got in boss room number 2. Little Chad, that sucks. It's not the worst item, and this boss room could redeem itself by having a deal with the devil. But for now, kind of annoying. But we may get to the point where we have another pill after this, so that would be, again, a little bit of a redemption, although it's not connected to the boss room necessarily, except for the fact that it's going to take me forever to beat it. Because he has a decent amount of HP. Nope, we just get Little Chad. Disappointing, but still a very good overall floor. HP and tiers upgrades abound. Depths part 1. X-ray goggles, that was huge. Shoop the whoop, very much less huge. Health upgrade. This is why we're taking pills as much as possible. Even one health upgrade could end up making all of the difference. Still an exceptionally lucky run here, don't get me wrong. That's a Spirit Heart. I'm really hoping we get the small rock at some point. And now with 4 keys, definitely the shop and item room are both no-brainers at this point. It would be awesome to have the D6, but I think I actually prefer having the coin purse just because it makes things a little bit more interesting. So Game Kid sucks. Doesn't suck, but it's not very good. And, you know, it kind of sucks, actually. It does. There are some odd times when it'll actually give you some HP back, but apart from that, I don't really like it. So we did, you know, blessing in disguise at least, walk our way into the shop, which is okay. We got a half-price map, which is not the greatest item, although it maybe is one of the greatest yeah, yeah, yeah songs in there. Oeuvre, if you will. You know, oeuvre comes from the American word Oprah, which means a talk show host. Little did you know, that's just how, one example of how linguistics are constantly dynamically changing. Now, we will get a pill here. It's a speed upgrade. I don't want to take it yet. I'm very happy with the way our speed is. It's requiring some discipline for me to not take it, but anyway. Map is not the greatest item for us because we already have the X-ray goggles, but that doesn't make map worse. It just makes it not as good for us, and we'll still be able to now see where all the terminals on the level reside, and that's useful because in seeing that, we'll be able to, in all likelihood, figure out where boss rooms are. We are going to explore the entirety, and boss item rooms and shops, I should say. That was really stupid of me. Let's try this again. We should explore the entirety of this floor, by the way, because obviously that'll give us a good opportunity to check out where the second secret room is, possibly pick up another HP upgrade as a result. First things first, though. Judgment's got to go. And he's got to go in a way that we're both happy with. We're going to give him a severance package here, as I say as I gesture to my genitals. He gives us Blue Candle, which is normally an item that I would greatly enjoy taking, because I think Blue Candle's amazing, and Blue Candle plus Polyphemus gives me a big ol' Isaac boner, but it's not really the most fun idea, and to be honest with you, it may actually, like, selfishly, it's not as fun. Selflessly, wait, no, sorry, let's try this again. Selflessly, for the good of the viewer, I think it's not as fun as the coin purse. But selfishly as well, I actually think that the, or not the coin purse, but the bottle of pills. I think the bottle of pills might actually be better, overall. And I say that even though it just gave me I found pills. So our deal with the devil gives us Brimstone and Rage. I don't really want Brimstone. Brimstone Polyphemus is what I had last time. That'd be kind of cheesy to take that twice in a row. And I don't really want Rage either. If there was Mom's Knife, I would absolutely take it. Selfishness be damned, or selflessness be damned. Apparently, I don't know how to use either of those words in the English language. Seriously, I would take it just because the damage would be so absurd that I couldn't pass it up. But, certainly, you know, I can pass up Brimstone because we're already doing amazingly. And Rage just isn't worth the 2 hearts. In my opinion, at least. If it was 1 heart, probably would have done it. I'll do a lot of deals with the devil that I don't necessarily love at 1 heart. But let's move onwards for now. I'm really hoping that we end up kind of having a benevolent next shop that doesn't have greed in it. That would make me kind of lose, gain faith in the universe, lose my inherent cynicism about the fact that one day the whole shebang is just gonna go through its inevitable heat death. I can't believe it didn't die in 1 Polyphemus shot there. Lots of red hearts. Beautiful for me, except not at all because we're still at full health and we'll likely not lose red hearts until we come across a blood bank, and thereafter not for quite some time as we have a lot of spirit hearts backing us up here. Telepills is always an interesting one. I think the Emperor card is better and maybe we just won't use Telepills. By the way, if you're mad that I took that Eternal Heart, don't be, because the odds of us finding a blood bank on this floor are exceptionally low. The arcade shows up on, oh god, be careful. I'm sorry, I lost my focus there for a second. The arcade shows up on odd-numbered floors never, I think. This is an awkward way to phrase it, but hopefully you get what I'm saying. So we need a Temperance card or just a randomly spawned room, which at this point, with 2 rooms left, is very, very unlikely. And in fact, a Temperance card could still happen, but it's exceptionally unlikely that we'll find a randomly spawned blood bank here. That is an a speed upgrade. 10 extra bombs is totally worth fighting the curse room or mob trap room for. One of these days, there will be an Isaac episode where I don't get the name of a room wrong, and it'll be awesome. I don't know why, I feel like my nomenclature for rooms has actually gotten less reliable over time. I'm becoming like an old man who doesn't even remember the names of like his own grandchildren or children. And not due to Alzheimer's, just due to crotchetiness. Alzheimer's, no laughing matter. Crotchetiness, sometimes, as long as it's self-aware crotchiness. Crotchetiness, I guess. Haha! Crotchetiness Everdeen! The girl on fire! Anyway, let's hope that that doesn't become a new catchphrase of mine, because I don't want to get sued by Lionsgate. And that would be, I guess, somewhat ironic in an Alanis Morissette kind of way. Let's come back up here, and we're done with this floor. Wasn't spectacular, but we were going to get a couple of HP upgrades. And that's all we need, really. And Gish. Gish is good, too. I'm going to take a sip of this coffee. Oh, that's a sad story, isn't it? Anyway, our secret room contains greed. Again, nomenclature, crotchetiness, Everdeen, the girl on fire, Stanley Tucci is my father. We are both bald, if you think about it. I mean, if you don't, we are. So, like, just your thoughts don't change the perception there. Or they don't change the reality, I should say. We're just gonna hang out. The fact that Bloody Penny's really good, actually, if we find an arcade, which we're pretty likely to, so let's do that. But we found greed in our secret room, which means that there will be no greed in the shop, which is actually really useful. We also got the small rock, which means at this point I probably would feel okay taking 1 more speed upgrade. Infestation's not very good, but, you know, we'll get a lot of flies out of our blood bank at least. We would also be okay, you know, not taking another speed upgrade. Like, the speed that I still have is fine. Maybe would prefer it if I had 1 extra speed, but I don't, or 1 extra speed upgrade, because I don't know if that, like, literally correlates 1-to-1 with speed stat in the game. But anyway, there's a blood bank. This is extremely useful. So, how do we make this work? Well, first off, we have a lot of red hearts, so it should work pretty easily regardless. But now we also have Bloody Penny. Bloody Penny will drop an F-ton of red hearts. And if the blood bank ever pays out with 2, that's when we get our chance to basically never lose health, if that makes sense. And it's working out pretty nicely for us so far. Obviously, we're going to have a huge fly army. Actually, we're going to have like 5 flies when we go to the next room, because that's how this works. But Lucky Kane is getting paid the F out here. We've gained like 10 cents and invested, what, like 1.5 hearts? Which is basically meaningless. And yeah, it just keeps getting better, except that time when it got worse. But I'm pretty sure that we'll be able to get basically whatever the hell we want out of all of the blood banks. Because don't forget that not only do I have Bloody Penny now, but in addition to that, I also have... Yeah, there we go. In addition, there's our speed upgrade too. But in addition to that, I also have the little Chad. So little Chad is going to give us red hearts as well fairly frequently. Red hearts are just going to drop on the level to begin with, as they are wont to do. And, you know, we have enough red hearts to back this up. This is really like an ideal gambling situation for the blood bank, at least. Like, sincerely, I can't imagine what I would rather have. If I had the Nun's Habit, that would make it better, because then I could get so many pills out of it as well, and we could actually, like, give ourselves, like, 12 stat upgrades or something. But beyond that, that's a speed upgrade. I don't need to take that. That's a speed upgrade. I don't need to take that. That's a room that I'll go to. That's a room I'll invest some time in. So there's an example of, lump of coal at work, by the way. I don't know if I need to keep the Bloody Penny right now, but I guess we will. Yeah, lump of coal allowed me to kill that enemy from a distance, but when I shot it up close, or I shot its companion up close, it didn't do very much for me at all. Let's try this again. So let's shoot from up close. Didn't kill it, right? Let's knock that one out, and then shoot at this one from afar. This is already ruined because he already got hit a little bit. Okay, let's try this one. Leapers are not as stationary, so it's kind of difficult to hit. They're seriously not a gift-wrapped kind of version of paper. These guys, maybe. Whatever. You know what? Lump of coal works. Just trust it. If you don't trust it, I don't know what to tell you. Take it to our conspiracy. Okay. I will admit, by the way, I've been taking a lot of damage on this floor. A lot of avoidable damage, a lot of dumb damage, you could say. But that's okay for now. I'm not overly concerned about the negative implications of that, because we are just kind of steamrolling things so far. I don't know. Here's the thing. I could take this... I could fight the boss, then use the Emperor card to come back later. I think the Emperor card is more valuable if I don't do that, though. Because we may get a deal with the devil after doing that. We may not. We may not even be able to leave the room after doing that. I think we can, but I don't know. But I think using it to just skip one entire floor is way more important. So this is obviously exactly what I was hoping for. There is an arcade. What I'm thinking, though, is that I'm actually going to... Let me go to the curse room, because I don't really care about the spirit heart. Sure, Guppy's head. That gives us better chance to become Guppy. What I'm thinking, though, is I'll actually go to the shop just to see if maybe we get lucky. And if there's a Nun's Habit in the shop, then what that will mean for me, basically, is that I can get probably like 7 or 8 pills out of where I would have previously only gotten money, red hearts, and a chance to get a permanent HP upgrade. So I want to really maximize it, because that doesn't seem like a good enough value to me. Obviously, I'm joking. But we could get a better value. That was some of the worst dodging I've ever seen. But did you see all the fucking red hearts we got as a result of that? Alright, there's a fortune teller in there, which gives us more spirit hearts. And potentially more trinkets as well. There's a health upgrade. That's good news. We'll obviously use that. I can't believe I lost all of my spirit hearts on this floor, just from being a cocky idiot, basically. Okay, that's lots of money, which should mean lots of red hearts. The keys are nice, too. Bombs are fine. Health upgrade will take. It's Book of Revelations, which honestly, 15 cents for 1 spirit heart is not a good deal, but it's something I can afford, so why not? And our pill is another health upgrade. That's good news. So we got 2 HP upgrade already. Let's take all this stuff. We could play that fortune teller, but again, I'm not going to, and the reasons behind that should be relatively obvious. We basically guaranteed ourselves either an IV bag or a blood bag anyway, so we might as well go hard on this here. And again, it pays out with 2 cents. That's pretty much the ideal situation for us. If it doesn't, we probably have more than enough kind of like red hearts available on this level to take us back to a reasonable degree. If not, we could gamble. Red hearts will get paid out from a number of different things. But for now, I'm very confident that we'll be fine. And also, we're going to be carrying 5 flies or so into this boss fight, which will be very nice. We only got paid out once there, which is a little bit disappointing. But we could get twice here, or 0 time. Oh, we got once. It's a little slow, actually, because we've got so much shit on the screen, I think. But even if this doesn't pay out as effectively as I would like, which it's actually doing okay now, there are a lot of red hearts, and maybe even a lot of pennies left on the floor that I could mine for some more red hearts. I'm basically feeling 100% confident about this this blood bank play. We've gotten from 40 cents to 90 cents. 99, actually. Mind you, there were a couple of dimes in there. That's fine, though. Why would that be a bad thing? Please tell me we just get... Hey, I had a feeling maybe that would happen, but that's okay. We'll pick it up so it doesn't show up again, I guess. And we'll carry our fly army with me. With us, I guess. You ever notice that when something's going wrong, it's always us, and when something's going right, it's always me? Anyway, we're gonna continue moving onwards here. Mom fight, I don't anticipate to be a problem. We're not as overpowered as we were. We're still in a very good position, but we're not as overpowered as we were. We don't have the compass. We have map. That's good. Wait, it doesn't illuminate like I illuminate. Wait, it doesn't illuminate like I illuminate. Compass. I'm not gonna. Yeah, that was an ill-advised joke. So the flies basically took Mom down to maybe about 50%, and Polyphemus has done the rest for the time being. This is it's already basically over, which is good. Very encouraging for how things are gonna work later on. Just want to stay away from. There we go. Just want to stay away from the side so I don't get caught in the explosion. And a range upgrade is not the worst thing in the world. We do have lump of coal, so maybe that helps us out a little bit. But down to the next floor. Okay, Utero XL is interesting. If I had to, you know, bet my bottom dollar, I would say that it's probably top middle, because that's the furthest away. But I'm going to check bottom left first, because it's a little bit closer. And, yeah. I do think this is going to be a long walk, though. But, proportionally, we may be able to skip more than we actually would have if this was a non-XL floor. The other thing we could do, if this was two non-XL floors, I should say. But I could go to every single room. I don't know why I even bothered to pick that up. I could go to every single room and just try to get as many pills as possible. It's like, we'll call it the Charlie Sheen or Robert Downey Jr. run. I guess Robert Downey Jr. isn't as known for his substance abuse ever since the whole, you know, starring in the highest grossing motion picture of all time type thing. That's okay. Let's just hang out on the other side of the map. And hopefully soon, I'm not doing as much damage as I thought I would be. And I'm actually taking a lot more than I thought I would be. I'm starting to think that a throw is theoretically possible. I don't know why I even came to this room. It was obvious at this point that that should not have been a boss room because we're on an XL floor. I was running on autopilot, trying to, literally what I was actually trying to think of is, wait a minute, is The Avengers the highest grossing movie of all time? Anyway, obviously that cancer trinket is something I would love to get involved with, but can't really. Single target foes are really going to be our bread and butter, especially if we can slow them, which we can right there. Blow up the bomb fly. Pump the jam, pump it up while the beats are thumping. You know what I'm talking about. Everyone's been there. And I don't mean on vacation. Now, I am extremely lucky to have not gotten caught in the crossfire there. There's an example of lump of coal actually working its magic. So, now we go to the right side of the map, because there's basically nothing holding us here. Now, we've already been to this room. It sucked, but we've been here. And I don't mean on vacation. That's a joke that I guarantee I'm going to abuse now that I've had it pop into my neurons, independent of my own conscious thought. The trip to the right side of the map, it's like a passage to the west or something here. Health up is obviously the ideal pill for us. That and tears upgrades, which I would actually maybe enjoy a little bit more, but, you know, the more raw health that we can stack up, the better. I still think we're basically due for an amazing run here. We're already at 10 HP. We've had more HP than this, but I don't know if there's been many situations where we've had more HP and more damage than this. The kind of disappointing thing about what we've got going on right now is that since we're on an XL floor, basically nil chance of a deal with the devil, if not literally nil chance. I guess if we get a Joker. No, if we get a Joker, it's still 0. Because it would just take us down to the shoal door. So that sucks, and that really extremely lowers the chance of getting a deal with the devil unless we get an exceptionally lucky red chest. But, whatever. We still have the damage necessary to do what needs to be done. Now that I do... Oh, that's another telepills, which sucks. I'm really wary about opening this in case it teleports us somewhere we don't want to go. It didn't. It gave us a spirit heart. Normally I would play that blood bank, but keep in mind I don't have Bloody Penny anymore, so I think that would be a really dumb decision for me to get myself killed just by trying to get an extra HP upgrade. What do I know, though? It's not like I've done that 6 or 7 times before in the past. That Eternal Heart may not last till the next floor. And in fact, it was probably a stupid idea for me to take it, unless there's another Eternal Heart in here, in which case it doesn't matter. There is. So there's 1 HP upgrade completed there. So that's good. And again, I think my prediction is going to be bang on with where the boss room was. But it's not like it was even really in doubt. There were only a couple locations where the secret room, or sorry, not the secret room, the boss rooms could even pop up here, and I think they were pretty obvious, just given the size and layout of the level. There are not 2 of these things? There are 2 of these things left. I knew it. Or at least had a hunch. We can go to our mob trap room. May provide value, may provide damage. Doesn't really matter either way, may provide both. Our pill is, I found pills. We've had a kind of a bad run of pills lately. Apart from a health upgrade, but that's okay, shit happens. I'm not gonna open that golden chest, we'll save our keys for, you know, future considerations that will hopefully be a little bit better off for us. Now. You guys ever watch New Kids on the Block? I'm always, because that's not even me dating myself, because, I mean, that would be weird. I don't think that's even legal. At least we couldn't get married. But anyway, I did not watch, I was gonna say Days of Our Lives. Oh, I watched Days of Our Lives, motherfucker. No, I did not watch New Kids on the Block. Not New Kids on the Block. Sorry, Saved by the Bell. That's where I was going with that one. Now I'm dating myself because I don't even remember. I did not watch it when it was new. I was a little bit too young. Maybe like half a generation too young. I was in elementary school. I should have been in middle school to understand it. But anyway, and I watched it when I was like 16. Who are these kids? I hate all these children. I mean, that maybe is not an okay thing to say. But seriously, they're all dicks. Slater is like, hey, I'm Slater. I got, you know, 11-inch biceps, which is more than the 8-inch biceps of my other 10th grade companions. Like, isn't that impressive? And you're like, you got nothing to do but freaking work out all day. You're in 10th grade. You don't even do your homework. That's not impressive. And you got Zack Slater, who's like, hey, how cool is it? I never do my homework. And I'm like, dude, you're gonna end up like living in a ditch somewhere. At least get your homework done. And then you got Elizabeth Berkley, who's holding it down as the only student in the high school that is actually like doing their damn job. That's who you're in high school. You got one job, do your homework, play video games, have fun. But you got to do all three. I didn't have an eternal heart to lose there. But she's the only one who's doing her job, and they portray her as having like a mental illness. They're like, why do you work yourself so hard? Like, she works herself so hard because she's got nothing else to do. She's 17 years old. What's she gonna do? Go on a leisurely drive? She's not gonna. Can't even see an R-rated movie by herself. Anyway, that's my experience with the television show known as Saved by the Bell. All of the children are awful, poor role models, and I would not necessarily advise it. But hopefully you don't end up in the same situation I did, where I was unemployed for a summer when I was in like 11th grade, and just ended up watching a bunch of TBS, aka Peachtree TV. And if you're watching like 11 a.m. Peachtree TV, man, those ads will make you feel for your you're doing nothing with your life. Do you want to get a job as a book? We've got the online college for you anyway. I'm not trying to shit on anybody's dreams. If you want to be a book, you can be a book. I got a Tears upgrade. That's good. I got an Emperor card, which we're probably going to use immediately on Isaac. Yeah, because we're in like the smack dab the middle, no matter where the boss room ends up being. So, Polyphemus is obviously a great item for taking out the late game bosses, because it means we'll have to deal with a lot less shooting than we otherwise would if we had the same damage but with a proportional rate of fire as opposed to an incredibly low rate of fire. It's a good thing. It's like knocking someone out with a heavyweight punch as opposed to like, you know, 90 jabs. So we've already gotten him through the first third of the fight, closing in on that halfway point. Haven't taken damage, and to be honest, well, now I've taken damage, but to be honest with you, apart from that, I hadn't even really gotten close. That'll change when beams of light from heaven start coming down and angel fetuses start spawning, but all things considered, this is one of those runs. I talked about this like paradigm earlier, but not in this episode, but in an earlier episode. Two kinds of Isaac runs. There's Isaac runs where you have an easier time with the rooms before the late game bosses, but the late game bosses are tricky. Those will be runs with like a huge rate of fire. And then you have runs where you have a much easier time with the bosses than you do with the rooms that come before them, and that would be runs like this, where you have a very low rate of fire with high damage. Chocolate Milk, Necronomicon, Quad Shot we will take. Everything else is trash. I think, at least. We're just doing a quick check-in, basically, to see if our boss room is over here, and it's not. So I think what we'll do is end up coming in here. Is this a different room? It seems like the same room. Quad Shot might be all we need. I should be able to win regardless. I've had such a privileged run here that I would be disappointed if I wasn't able to make something happen. We do have telepills now. Do we take it? I guess what we'll do is we'll like walk up here. And we might as well fight this room because it's going to be easy. And I don't know where teleport's going to take us, so we might have to go do the room again anyway. I don't know. It's probably a stupid idea to do it then. We should just wait on it. Why am I dumb? Okay. The virus. That's good. We're in a telepills. It took us directly to the boss room. That's pretty much exactly what I was hoping for. With Lump of Coal, I think it's a good idea. Now that our rate of fire has somehow increased, I think it's a good idea to stand back here And we'll just fire in as many shots as we can from a range. Give ourselves the maximum damage we can with Lump of Coal. And if I get hit, I should run in there and poison him. Gives our flies a chance to do damage as well. But let's be honest, this run is over, and this is a very easy one. This is a very fun one. I love playing as Kane when everything goes right. As always, if you enjoyed the episode, make sure to show your support by clicking the like button. Helps out a great deal. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more Isaac in the future. As always, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.